Let's go to page 137, number 1. Okay, it asks for what are the period of cosine. So for cosine, the period equal to 2 pi because that's how long it takes to repeat. And for secant, again, the period equal to 2 pi. For tangent, the period is equal to pi. So again, you have to look at the graph and see how often it repeats. Okay, number 2, the periods of sine. For sine, the period equal to 2 pi. And cosecant, period is equal to 2 pi. And cotangent, period equal to 2 pi. Okay, for number 3, how far does the graph deviate from the x-axis? So for A, the sine graph goes like this, right? Okay, so it deviates, so it goes from, so here's 1 and negative 1. So for sine, the deviation is 1. Okay, for B, cotangent. Now the cotangent graph, okay, it goes like this. So it goes, so n will be infinity. Okay, it goes up infinitely. Okay, for C, secant x. Okay, so secant x goes like this, right? Again, it goes on infinitely. Okay, so again, this is infinity. Okay, because this goes up forever. Okay, number 4. A, cosine x. Okay, so here's a cosine graph, so it'd be 1, negative 1, so again the answer would be 1. It deviates, it goes up and down by 1. Okay, for B, okay, the tangent x. The graph of tangent x go like this, right? So again, it goes on forever, so it'd be infinity. Okay, part C, cosecant x. So cosecant, so this is sine, and so cosecant would be the reciprocal of that. So again, this goes up forever. So again, this is infinity. Okay, number 5. You're looking for the intercept, the x-intercepts. So again, if you look at the graph for cosine, so that's from, so here's your 2 pi, here's your negative 2 pi. So the intercept, so here's your pi, negative pi, here's your positive pi. So intercepts are these points right over here. Okay, so it'd be pi over 2, negative pi over 2, 3 pi over 2, and negative 3 pi over 2. Okay, so those are your intercepts. So negative 3 pi over 2, negative pi over 2, pi over 2, and 3 pi over 2. So those are your intercepts. Okay, number 6, the intercept for sine of x, okay, for the 2 periods. So here's the sine. So it stops right over here and it stops right over here. Okay. So you can here's 0, here's 2 pi. This is negative 2 pi, negative pi. Here's your pi, and here's a 2 pi. Okay, so those are your points. So the intercept would be negative 2 pi, negative pi, 0, pi, and 2 pi. Okay, number 7, tangent x. Okay, so this is the axis over here. So it'd be 0, pi, here's 2 pi. Negative pi, negative 2 pi. Okay. Okay. So again, over here, your intercept point would be negative 2 pi, negative pi, 0, pi, and 2 pi. Okay, so again, you have to look at your graph to get the intercepts. Okay. Okay, number 8, cotangent X. So you can just look at the book, or you can just look at the graph over here. So here's 0, negative pi, negative 2 pi. This is pi, 2 pi. Okay, so your intercept points would be over here. Over here should be negative 3 pi over 2 for this one here. This one over here would be negative pi over 2. This would be positive pi over 2. And this one would be 3 pi over 2. Okay, for number 9, secant of X. Now, if you look at the picture over here from your graph, you can see that secant of graph does not touch the x-axis at all, so this would be none. Okay, and same thing with for cosecant. Okay, so it would be none. It doesn't touch the x-axis at all. So for number 9 would be none. Okay, number 10, cosecant of X again is none. Okay, there's no x-intercept. Okay. Okay, number 11. So you're looking for, so A is sine X. So when it's undefined, again, if you have to kind of look at the graph. For sine X, so here's a graph. So there's every place is defined. So there's no undefined. So answer is none. Okay. So B for cotangent X. So for cotangent X, again, if you look at the cotangent graph, undefined is where the dashed line is. Okay, so you're going to be here, 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 here. Okay, so there are 5 places. So again, undefined is when you have the asymptotes. So you're going to get negative 2 pi, negative pi, 0, pi, and 2 pi. Okay, for C, secant X. Again, if you look at the secant X, here's the secant X. So undefined would be 1, 2, 3, 4, those 4 spots. Okay, so it would be negative 3 pi over 2, negative pi over 2, pi over 2, and 3 pi over 2. Okay, number 12, A, cosine X. So answer is none. Okay, there's no undefined values. Every place is defined. For B, tangent X. Okay, again, to look for the undefined, you look for the asymptote. Okay, so in this case, it's going to be here, here, here. So there are 4 spots. Okay, so it would be negative 3 pi over 2, negative pi over 2, positive pi over 2, and positive 3 pi over 2. Okay, for C, cosecant X. So again, if you look at cosecant graph, okay, undefined is when there's an asymptote. So it would be negative 2 pi, negative pi, 0 pi, and 2 pi. Okay, So it will be negative 2 pi, negative pi, 0, pi, and 2 pi. Okay. Okay, so number 15, you want to sketch the graph, okay? So number 15 is a sine graph. So your answer would be in the book, again, so this is a sine graph, okay? And again, you want to go from negative 2 pi to 2 pi, so you want to stop right over here, okay? So that's from negative 2 pi to positive 2 pi. So for sine. So this is answer for number 15. Okay, for number 16 is a cosine. So you go to the next one. This here is a cosine graph. Again, you want to go from negative 2 pi to positive 2 pi. So that's your graph for number 16. Okay, number 17 is the tangent graph. Okay, so here's your tangent graph. And you want to go from 0 to 2 pi. Okay, so 0 to 2 pi. So this part would be from 0 to 2 pi. And you want to, so that is your graph. Okay, from 0 to 2 pi. Okay. And so that is number 17. Number 18 is the cotangent graph. So number 18 is a cotangent graph right over here. And again, you're going from 0 to 2 pi. Okay, so here's 0 and 2 pi. So that is what you're going to get. Okay, so that would be your answer for number 18. Okay, for number 19, cosecant. Okay, so here's a graph for cosecant, and you're going from negative pi to positive 2 pi. So you're going from negative pi to positive pi. Negative pi to positive pi. Okay, so this part of here, that's your answer for number 19. Okay, and for number 20, the secant graph is right over here. Okay. And you want to go from negative pi to positive pi. So again, from negative pi to positive pi. Okay. So that is your answer for number 20.